And then we got the main event, which is Rozenstruik versus Volkov. Now, this is, this ain't a great main event, but it's a good main event. And just at glance at the line, like I'm looking at the line right now, minus 150 for Volkov. I do agree with that. I think that is set exactly where it should be set. I can't argue with that at all. If I would have set this line, I'd probably set it the same way, minus 140, minus 150. If you look at their pricing in DraftKings, 8,600, 7,600. I have no problems with that either. I think that's a set. I could see that being a little bit tighter, but I have no problems with that either. When you look at it from a breakdown standpoint, you got to remember the styles of both of these guys, right? And when you look at Alexander Volkov, you're looking at a guy who's 6'7". A lot of people take him for old. He's only 33, but he's been in some wars. He's been fighting since 2009. 33, since 2009. And this is a guy who has been there. He's fought everybody. He's been there. But his biggest knock is that every time this guy gets his left hand on top of the pinnacle, he can't reach his right hand to pull himself over. That's just the knock on Alexander Volkov. This guy has gone on runs where he's putting himself in very good positions. He's gotten to these good positions. Then he gets to the pinnacle. He puts his left hand on top, and he can't reach his right hand over to pull himself over. And then he goes back to square one. We've seen it numerous times with him. And he can't seem to get by the big fight. Even a guy like Tom Aspinall. Do I like Tom Aspinall? Yes. Do I think he's probably the future of the division? One of them, yes. But at the end of the day, there's no reason why he should have got submitted in the first round by Tom Aspinall when he's that seasoned of a veteran. Just shouldn't happen. He beats Marcin Tybura. He loses the decision to Cyril Gane. He beats Alistair Overeem. He beats Walt Harris. He loses to Curtis Blades. He beats Greg Hardy. He loses to Derek Lewis. The Derek Lewis fight, he was winning from pillar to post. He beat him from pillar to post. He gets caught at the very end. He beats Fabrizio Verdum. He beats Stefan Struve. He beat Roy Nelson. He beat some really, really good guys. But when he gets to the guys that are top, at the time, the top of the division or the real prospects of the division, he tends to lose. So this is a guy in Rozenstruik who's kind of cusping that line too. This is a guy who everybody who had high hopes on, another striker, 12-3, 11 KOs, loses to Curtis Blades, beats Sakai, loses to Gane, beats to Santos, loses to Ngannou, beats over him. He's got the same track record. He's beaten names. He's beaten the older names. And when he takes that step up against these guys that are kind of primed in the division, the Curtis Blades, the Cyril Ganes, the Francis Ngannous, he can't get by him. And it's not a knock on him, but he can't get by him. So this is almost like a pivotal cusp fight for both of these guys. Like one of these guys, got to obviously win this fight to see who takes the next step. The thing with Rozenstruik, and I know people are looking at these videos of Rozenstruik online, and I think he posted one of him wrestling. He's showing that he's grappling now and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Don't get bought into that. This is a lifelong striker. I think he's got fucking 180 kickboxing matches. Let me just check that for a second. I think I'm right when I say that. Hold on, guys.
It's something that's unfamiliar to him, basically.
What's that?
It's
no, not 100. He's got 85. He's got 85. His kickboxing record is 76-8, 64 knockouts. This is a kickboxer.
Yeah, the grappling's unfamiliar to him.
But he's showing on these videos now that he's grappling and he's wrestling. So, and people are going, oh wow, look, he's wrestling now. Like he wrestled all the time. If you're MMA, you got to wrestle. It's got to be a part of your training regimen. You're not going to be experienced at it. But when you step into that cage, and you're into what is it called? Kick in. What's that word I'm looking for? Fucking goddamn motherfucker.
Fight adrenaline.
No, dude. Your instincts.
Your
instinct. Okay. When your instincts kick in, Jesus fucking Christ. When your instincts kick in, you go to where you're most comfortable, and he's most comfortable. Kickboxing. Now, if he's stupid enough to really implore wrestling in this fight, and he gets reversed by a bigger guy who's 6'7", it's hard to elevate a guy 6'7", and if he reverses it, maybe, because he doesn't have good entries. I don't give a fuck how long he's been working them. He's not going to have solid wrestling for this fight, and he gets put on his back.
Danger.
Jimmy an issue. And even though Volkov isn't some grappler. He's still a guy 6'7". He's still a big heavyweight. He still does have some kind of grappling prowess. He's got the ground and pound, so it can be an issue. So this fight's predominantly standing on the feet. I could see Biggie Boy trying to mix it up a little bit, going for an entry, but it's going to be on the feet. And on a fight like this, when you look at Rozenstruik's style, this is a guy who does not throw volume. This is a guy who is very flat-footed. He walks you down, he throws kicks, and he looks to land that equalizer shot. He's going to have a tough time doing that against Volkov with his reach, with his length, with his jab, and with his volume. This is a guy who's got very good cardio. He's got works behind a very good jab. He throws a lot of volume. So if it stays on the feet, I don't see him losing the fight. I could see him getting caught, almost like he got caught with Derek Lewis, where he was beating Derek Lewis from pillar to post, and then he gets hit. He gets knocked out with like 5 seconds left in a fight. Always can happen. But if you're looking from a technical standpoint, from an attribute standpoint, physical attribute standpoint, a matchup standpoint, I got to go with Volkov here.